Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a little fun mock 2024 election. AOC and the Green New Deal taking on Donald J. Trump. Guys, it's a heavyweight battle. Just quickly talking about this matchup, is it realistic? No, I don't see that, any chance AOC comes out of this as the Democratic presidential nominee in 2024. She's way too far left for most Americans, and she's just 36, which in my opinion is way too young to be the president. I would say the perfect age for the president is like from 54 to 62, in my opinion. That's the perfect age for the president, so AOC being way too young. Trump is definitely older, but it is weird with Trump how he looks like 15 years younger than he actually is. He certainly looks way younger than Biden, but AOC certainly is not going to be the Democratic nominee. Number one, she's way too liberal. Number two, the Democratic establishment would never allow it. But guys, when it comes to this potential matchup, I have laid out the states that I think will go to each candidate. Some of these states, especially if Trump is running, they just will never vote for Trump ever under any circumstance. It could be Joseph Stalin running against Trump. They would vote for him. They'd probably like it because many Democrats actually like the idea of communism now. That's not a joke, folks. That's how far we've gone. So yes, I would say all of these Democratic states fairly safe, maybe Colorado, maybe Washington, but I'd be shocked. These all seem pretty safe to AOC. And then all your typical Republican states, there's nothing special. It's all the normal ones going to Trump. As for the swing states, Nevada, I'm liking Trump over AOC in the state of Nevada. With Las Vegas, with the pandemic, things like that, I like Trump and his age over AOC. Arizona, I like Trump. We, of course, know the Democrats have admitted, Trump was basically right when he was trying to build the wall. We've got Biden trying to finish the wall. Who would have thought? If you have a nation with borders, secured borders is a better nation than a nation where you just let anyone else in. Apparently they finally have realized that. It's taken a few years, but Biden is finishing the border, apparently. Next, we've got Texas. It's Trump, and it's dark red. If it's Trump versus AOC, it's not even going to be close. Minnesota is one. If I want to be nice, I'll give to AOC. I think it's a toss-up, but I do want to be nice, so we will let AOC have Minnesota. In this case, though, if there was a gun to my head, I'd probably say Trump would win Minnesota as well. When it comes to the whole Rust Belt, it's going to be Trump. I would say slightly in Wisconsin, slightly in Michigan, slightly in Pennsylvania, and then Ohio pretty easily go to Trump. Ohio at this point is more of a Republican state. Same thing with Florida. Of course, we know Florida with Ron DeSantis rising to power. They're the second biggest favorite to be the Republican nominee for 2024. They got that whole, it's like Florida versus California. Florida, no masks, everyone's out. California, everyone's locked indoors. So they've turned more Republican there. And we saw Trump win Florida surprisingly by over 3 points in the 2020 election against Biden. If it's AOC versus Trump, I don't see any way AOC keeps Georgia. Of course, we know the Democrats flipped Georgia, using all those major cities to run up high vote numbers, those minority type cities with, Atlanta, really high population density, stuff like that. North Carolina, I think, is Trump slightly. Virginia also, I think, is Trump slightly in an AOC versus Trump matchup. Iowa is heavy Trump. And then this little district in Nebraska, I would be shocked if AOC won anything in Nebraska versus a Republican personally. What is this district? Oh, that's not even anything. And then when it comes to Maine and New Hampshire, so I will give AOC, I'll give her one district in Maine. Actually, one of these districts, the Democrats won by like 40 points, I think. Or was it both of them? No, it was one of them. Like, Maine as a state is a toss-up, but the one district is really heavy Democrat. So I'll give Trump the state, but the one district goes to AOC, and then Trump takes New Hampshire. Guys, it's a blowout. And the reason it's a blowout is because, AOC is just a little bit too far left and way too young for America at this point with the socialist ideas, the spending trillions of dollars on the Green New Deal as China continues to emit just a record number of CO2 emissions in the air. It is crazy, but guys, it is 332 to 206 in my opinion. I did give her Minnesota. You know, you're trying to be nice, but just overall, this would be a complete blowout, and that is why the Democrats and the Democratic establishment will not run AOC with her being 36. She's very far to the left, especially for America. In terms of European politics, she's pretty normal standard on the left, but in America, she is further and further that way. So guys, this is the overall prediction. Trump versus AOC 2024. I maintain right now that I think it's going to be DeSantis versus Gavin Newsom. That is my prediction right now in terms of the actual election, although Trump is the favorite from the Republican side. And right now, the Democrats, you've got Biden, you've got Harris. Neither of them are going to run, but who's it going to be? Will it be Michelle Obama? Will it be Gavin Newsom? We will see, guys, but that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, DJinx. Thank you for watching.